Welcome back. Before we go to the interview with Sam and Jean Wright, I just want to report on some information I gleaned from a chap who attended one of my talks on the recent tour concerning the Bristol Channel Triangle. This was a mysterious triangle-shaped object viewable on Google Earth, seemingly embedded in the mudflats on the Bristol Channel just outside Cardiff. The gentleman has a mini hovercraft and viewed the object up close. Apparently it is the bow of a wrecked ship which has broken away from the rest of the ship and become embedded in the mudflats. Over time, the bow has since filled up with rocks and silt, creating a perfect triangular shape observed from above. So there you go. One further announcement. I am organising venues for a speaking tour in May 2013 and will be limiting the roadshow to 10 events. Now I'm looking for suitable venues which need to sit at least 150 people. The following is a provisional list of locations: Glasgow, Liverpool, Birmingham, Nottingham, Barnsley, Weston-super-Mare, Southampton, Reading, London and Newcastle upon Tyne. So if you know of a suitable venue in any of those locations, please get in touch via the richplanet.net website. On with the interview with Sam and Jean Wright, recorded in March 2011 at the Probe UFO conference in Lytham St Anne's. We're coming up to the venue, which is the YMCA in Lytham St Anne's of the Probe International UFO and Paranormal Conference.
My eyes were wide open, and this is what they showed me.
Now he was using these implants, so basically what they would do is they would replicate the electronic signals to make brain functions happen.
Yeah, you know, but when you say, well, where would we go look for aliens? I would start with the dentist office. Let's ask the dentist, you know. Have you any of your patients got 24 teeth, you know, or short roots or anything, right?
I'm at the Probe 2011 UFO and Paranormal Conference, and I'm with the organisers, Sam and Jean Wright. And so a quick fire, 10 minutes. When did you start?
About 15 years ago was our first conference.
Okay, and were you involved with other groups or conferences before then?
We were, yeah. We were a member of the group called Lapis, which is still going today.
Right.
But they're a bit smaller than we are.
Right. And how many people here today, Jean?
About 180.
180. Improvement on last year?
Oh, especially for March.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Plus the vendors, if you include them, you probably
You're
do
talking 200 if you
200.
include the vendors who were originally at one time attendees.
They still
Yeah.
pay for the venue as well, you know.
Because
Yeah.
they want to hear the conference.
So,
Over 2 days, probably 3,500.
right, okay. Now, so where exactly are we? What's the venue, and how often is the conference?
Conferences twice a year, one in the spring and one in the autumn, March and October.
And we're in Lytham St Anne's.
We're in Lytham St Anne's, yes, a pretty town, holiday town. So if they come for the weekend, they really can enjoy it because the conference is good and the town is good.
Yeah, and it's called UFO and Paranormal Conference. I think most people know what UFO means. What does paranormal mean?
What does it mean? Because of wide field, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Crop circles, ghosts,
Right. You have people speak on ghosts.
underground bases, you name it. We try and get an array of talent, say 8 speakers, if they can speak on different subjects. If
Right.
not, if it's similar, we have 2 speakers, one on a Saturday and one on a Sunday, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
We vary it because obviously the crowd that we get, the attendance we get mediums, we get every Joe blogs, all sorts of people who are interested, people for the first time. We've had a lot of first time. We've had a lot of young people this last 2 years
All right.
coming through.
And how would you say this conference is different to any of the other conferences?
I don't know, it's different, you know, people enjoy it, that's all we're interested in. If they're happy and they've enjoyed the conference, we're happy. Because we get a kick out of this. You never make money if you're relying on doing conferences for living. You'll be dead in 2 years.
And also the speakers. we try to look for, we've got a young speaker on this first time, and he's gone down absolutely fabulously well, which is also good for him, because we have other people here who hold conferences, and they take their names, and therefore it's going forward, and that's what this is all about.
Right. Now, it's spread over 2 days, the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and one of the highlights for me is Saturday night at the Carlton Hotel. You meet some interesting people in there, don't you?
This is why we go there, you know, because the people like it,
Yeah.
and we like to get mingled with the speakers, make it homely. We don't want to be, you know, 6
You need
foot
to
above everyone
relax.
else.
You need
Everyone's
to
got to be
relax.
on the
It's a
same level.
relaxing Saturday
And this
night.
is how we like it.
Right.
Relax and enjoy yourself. If you don't like it, tell us, or write to us later.
Right.
Plus, most people have a story to tell.
Yeah.
And then we always have a young man called Dennis who takes photographs constantly through the whole 2 days, and he has some marvellous, he puts them through on his laptop,
Right.
and he has some marvellous pictures come through.
And how do you share the work of organising it? I mean, who wears the trousers?
No, she's the main organiser.
I use the computer, that's why.
She's been
Right.
on the stage, she's been a singer and everything, and she
Right.
she likes
I like
people,
to
so
talk
she's
to
a better
people.
presenter than me.
Right.
But regarding speakers and all that, we work on
We
this.
work evenly.
We work evenly.
Right.
We work
talk about
jointly,
who we
yes.
like, you know.
And over the years, you've probably had hundreds of speakers.
Well, because
and
it's our 19th
19th
conference
conference
this.
today.
Right.
Yeah.
And obviously, apart from me, who's your favourite?
Gosh, that would
Favourite,
that's hard because we've had international
Yeah.
speakers.
The most fascinating, I think, is the chap who did the Philadelphia experiment.
Right.
Who we met in America 10 years later, 3 years ago. He's still going.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he was in the Philadelphia experiment, yet he's only in his 50s, 60s. Because when he was in Philadelphia, he caught cancer and he was dying.
Right.
And his soul went out of his own body into the body of a 2-year-old. And he still remembers all this. He's fascinating.
This is an experiment to try and make a warship invisible to radar, and then it allegedly actually disappeared.
reappears.
Went in for I don't know, an hour and 40 minutes, came back. Quite a lot of the crew were ill. There were several, I think there was 2 actually embedded in the doors,
Yeah.
and they had to be shot.
It's a very fascinating
it's
subject,
unbelievable.
very fascinating.
Unbelievable.
And any other
But
memorable
for me,
speakers?
the memorable bit for me was Paola Harris.
Oh yeah.
She's the Italian-American,
Yeah.
very knowledgeable, brilliant reporter, and if she hasn't interviewed them, you know,
Ufologist. She
yes,
is. Yeah.
she really is excellent, and she's a good presenter, good speaker, and she's part of the American UFO Congress, and her interviews are excellent, and a lot of the people do like the to see on the screen because it kind of, I don't know, they feel included when it's somehow, I don't know whether it draws them, and she, to me, she was one of the, you know, because there's not that many lady speakers,
Right.
but she's an
I
excellent
think
speaker.
Bob Sims, the CIA man who came.
Oh, Daryl
Daryl
Sims.
Sims.
Mm-hmm.
He was,
Fascinating.
he went to the
Alien hunt.
village that disappeared
Mm.
in Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
400 people disappeared, men, women and children overnight.
Mm-hmm.
And we seen him about 3 or 4 years later. He was retired then. He's
Right.
still ongoing,
Right.
investigating.
And then there was Steve
He went into
Morrison.
all the houses, the brick bungalows.
Mm-hmm.
There was one supermarket there and a meeting hall. And when they went to the supermarket, everything was in the tap. And they opened the till, there was still about $100 in, not being touched.
Right.
Some of the houses they went in, there were meals on the table.
Right.
Nothing had been disturbed.
Right.
Even the dogs had disappeared. Had about 5 or 6 dogs. Can you believe that?
Right.
Disappeared.
Right. Right.
And the other speaker I liked, who unfortunately passed away at our conference, was Dean Warwick.
Yes.
Fascinating man with a lot to tell, and it was just so sad that
Right.
he passed
And
away.
believe it or not, when he spoke on the Saturday, 4 days later at home, he appeared in the dining room as I was walking through.
Sam sees.
I see things, and he appeared,
Sam
and
sees.
he was gone in 2
Really?
seconds. Just stood at the table looking.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Never waved, and he just
Right.
looked, then he'd gone.
Right. And you've both been over to the States at conferences.
Oh,
and
Oh, we
haven't
went
you?
for
10
10
times,
years.
10
Yeah,
years on
10
the
years,
trot.
Yeah.
yes.
And we'd always
Until
try and bring
the
Right.
Speaker
9/11.
over till 9/11.
We didn't go after 9/11
We
for a
can't
while.
afford it.
Oh, I see. Right.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but I just said, go with the gut feeling, or whatever you wish to call it, but I say, if you don't feel comfortable, then don't do it.
Mhm.
It's like the conferences. If you don't feel comfortable when there's a speaker on, don't go around shouting about it. It's because this is your thing.
Mhm.
Just go out and have a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
And when you come in, that's all you need, because
Yeah.
nobody. It
Can't
doesn't
please
mean that.
everyone.
It doesn't mean
You know
that.
what I mean?
It does not mean that every speaker we put on that
Yeah.
we agree with everything they say, but we present people, but which are giving people some more information.
Mhm.
That's really what it's about, because so many people today are asking, who are we, where do we come from, because they're not happy at what they're being told, because now they're more intelligent.
Right. Okay.
And we can accept things.
Okay.
That's
Fantastic.
it.
And you met Bob Lazar, didn't you, Sam?
Oh.
Well, we met him coming into the dining room sort of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, we met him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bob D,
You name it.
Yeah.
In fact, Miles Johnson was quite surprised this morning because I'm not really all that. Sam is the one who remembers the dates and things.
Right.
I remember just the people.
Right.
And Miles was absolutely, when I told him about the girl when we were in Area 51 and the night we all went out with the big naval chap beside me and Sam at the other side, 2 o'clock in the morning, 14 of us all holding hands going hum, and then we all jumped into the van and somebody stepped over the part where it says, if you step over here, you could be shot, and the lights came on from above and we all jumped in the van and we were sort of chased out of the area. It was brilliant. I
Right.
mean, those are the kind of things.
It was a fantastic conference.
Yeah.
Over 10 days.
Yeah.
I thought
Alright.
ours was good, but
It started. If we were younger, it's a shame,
Right.
because it started off like we did, and then it grew.
Right.
It grew. The UFO conference grew, and then Terry got contacted cancer
Alright.
and died, and then Bob is. It's been sold to another group, but they're
Yes.
still part of it, but not.
Right. Is that the
running it.
Paradigm Research Group?
No, it's the
Right.
UFO Congress.
UFO Congress, right, okay. Right.
It's now
Yes.
the new one is in Phoenix now. The other one was Las Vegas.
it used to be 8 days now. They put you down
Yeah.
to about 4 or 5.
So when's the next one?
October.
October, so people
First-
can look that up on the net.
October 1st and 2nd. Yes, it's www.ukprobe.
Yeah. We've got another American speaker coming over, a lady
Mm-hmm.
whose husband is in prison. He's an American astronaut.
UN.
Yeah,
He's
he's
been in prison for 27 years.
right. An astronaut who's been in prison for 27 years because he's spilling the beans on secret space programs,
That's right.
presumably.
But
didn't work
another
in that.
story. But another story was put out to cover
Why he's
why
really
he
in
was
prison.
really in prison, because he tried again this year because they have a new senator to get parole, and it's been turned down again. But the person who was involved more, as they said, was allowed out of prison after 9 months.
Right.
It does not fit.
Right.
It smells.
And you've been, sorry,
He worked not for the NASA, he worked for the United Nations and their own space fleet.
Right.
And who was in charge of the space fleet? His father
right.
and Lord Louis Mountbatten. They were
Right.
the people who run the...
So this is a secret
These are
space
the
program.
stories
Yeah, that
And
he relates.
Yeah, he told us that he was going, in his, we've got quite a few of his letters, that while they were landing on the moon, they were in deep space already. He'd met 4 alien races in deep space, and 1 out of the 4 was hostile. They
Right.
had a battle with him.
Okay.
And they had a battle 2 years later over the China Seas.
Right.
Over,
So you've been
So-
in contact indirectly with this guy who's
We
this
write
astronaut in prison.
to him. We actually write to him
we
because
send him books.
all
Right.
our mail is censored, and his
Right.
mail is censored because I asked him, because he was actually he was educated part here in Cambridge and part in Princetown, so
Right.
he speaks 6 languages, and he's a physicist,
Right.
and he's now teaching the Hispanics and the young black lads in prison who can't read and write, and he's teaching them. I mean, this is a sin, really, but the point is, he said, they will never let me out.
He actually had, him and his father, about 30, 40 years ago, had dinner with the Queen.
Right.
Queen Mother. No, Queen Mother, the old Queen Mother.
Yeah. Okay, and his wife's going to be speaking
Yes,
in October.
and yes, she's
Called,
called.
She was speaking on both days.
Joanne Richards.
What they do, they have a code worked out.
Mhm.
If he wants to come out with a story, he'll do it so the authority, because they're always listening to it. And, you know,
Right.
they don't know what he's talking about, because
Right.
most of them are sick anyway.
But the thing is,
That's what he works with the big guys.
Joanne
They're all sick.
Richards, she's an editor of a small paper called EcoBite. And what he does, he tells her, which they kind of put it in as fiction.
All right, I see.
That's how they get it, otherwise it would never be allowed to come
You're
out.
giving it away, Dean.
Only kidding, by the way.
All right. Well, thanks very much for speaking, and it's been a fantastic conference. We've loved
Thank
it,
you for coming.
and we
Thank
love
you.
coming here whenever we've been.
Thank you. Well,
Great.
as
Great
you know,
work.
You'll be up
Richard,
next year
we'll be
anyway.
asking
Yep.
you for next year,
Yeah.
2012.
Film you
I'll-
when
I'll-
you talk.
Right.
And we're hoping for a dynamic.
Right. I've got
October
something up my
2012.
sleeve. Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
Brilliant. Well,
Yeah.
it's always interesting.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for the help.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
And you.
Helps.
All right then.
Propaganda helps anyway.